Well, it wasn't the matchup we were told to expect. Nevertheless, it will be the upstart winners, Naperville Central and Quincy High School, squaring off on the soccer pitch tomorrow in the normal super sectional with a trip to the state Final Four hanging in the balance.
Well, I'll say this about Naperville Central. They're probably like us. There are probably some people that weren't counting on us to be there. I think they're similar to us. A lot of people don't expect those teams to get to where they are, but both of us are there, and I know that we've got our hands full, just like we've had against Granite City, just like we've had against Edwardsville, O'Fallon, and had to beat a team, one of the two teams that beat us this year in Moline. So it's just another challenge that we have. Well, ever since we started off with Beacon in St. Louis and end up getting them beat them 1-0, every game has sort of been a playoff atmosphere because you still had the conference that you had to play. You had Notre Dame that you came back for the second time around. Then before you knew it, you're right into the playoffs with the Granite City team. So these kids have just sort of learned for the last 10, 12 games that you have to do your best. You can't allow a letdown, and when you do have a letdown, similar to what we did against Moline, you're going to give up a goal. So we have to be on our toes, and I think the kids know the importance of the game. We'd be foolish to stand here and say that we don't know that we're in the final 8 of the Class 3A soccer, and the next game that you win is going to put you in the Final Four. But I also know that they know it's just the next challenge that they have on their schedule, and they'll go out and do a good job.
Soccer is only part of the intrigue on Tuesday night. There are 4 area volleyball teams still alive and tracking state dreams. The Payson Seymour Lady Indians may have the most fortunate path of any of them to glory. Short road trip across the county tomorrow to Liberty for a semifinal showdown with Pawnee.
Just a little bit about them. They're like right at 500. It sounds like the little bit that I heard that they're probably a team that's coming on strong here, peaking at the end of the year. So, just it's about mentally coming to the game and playing well. They're wanting to make their own place. And, of course, we have sophomore, they were sophomores went to the state, and that was always exciting to try to reinvent that and make that again.
It motivates our whole team. I mean, even the freshmen that come in just say, we want to be on that bench of you guys being at state again. They just saw how the whole community falls behind you, and it just being there and having that experience on the belt, it makes the difference.
Well, theirs was a football campaign that started off with 2 straight losses and reached its low water mark with a stunning defeat at Boonville. And yet the Hannibal Pirates' stomach-churning roller coaster ride of a football season has traded frustration now for exhilaration.
We came into the year knowing that we had a lot of inexperience on our team. We graduated a lot. We knew we'd have to make some changes. We had to see where kids were at, and once we got into the fire of games, we thought we had to make some changes. In week 3, we did. It started turning around, and it really started clicking for us, midway through the year, and we're playing our best football right now.
Just coming out here, believing in your coaches, believing in your team, getting the work done that you need to get done, not taking anything for granted. No one ever plays your last. Really, hard work and effort, nothing to be said.
And, starting with Helias and then the 4 district games, we've pretty much been dominant. So we're pleased with where we're at. We've been able to put points on the board. We've been able to pretty much shut people down on defense. So, we're on a roll, and this is where we want to be.
In a bit of an ironic twist, the Pirates will open their playoff run hosting Jimmy Tucker's Grand Valley squad. You may remember that the former Bowling Green boss was a regular fixture at Hannibal's preseason jamboree before pulling up stakes this summer.
They're fast, they're real quick. They've got a couple kids that are a lot quicker than any of us, so we just got to keep them contained and just do our job.
Well, Grand Valley's got the most speed we've seen all year long. They're a team that operates on the big play, so what we've got to do is shut down the big play. They've got a very speedy running back and quarterback that can, of course, throw the ball, and Jimmy Tucker's offense, they're going to throw the ball quite a bit. So we've got to shut down 3 or 4 big plays for them and make sure they're earning everything they get.
Is there anything to be taken from playing against their system all those years in the jamboree? I mean, you've seen what they do.
Well, we've got an idea of what they're going to do. We've seen them for years when he was at Bowling Green, in All-Star games and other things. But, it's just like anything else. We've got to worry a whole lot more about what we're doing and execute and do the things that we do well. And, defensively, we've got to take what they're offering, make sure that we're taking away their big plays and make them earn what they're going to get.